Hey Tabatha.
Hey Sharilyn.
What are we doing today?
I'm glad you asked. Today we are going through the top 10 series that we haven't read yet.
All right, grab your beverage and let's get booking with the besties. Cheers. All right, so tell me a little bit more what you mean by the top 10 series we haven't read yet.
So we were done filming for the day, and we did our usual activity of staring at the shelves, and we just did our also usual activity of I like this book, I like this book, I like that book. I haven't read that one, but it's gonna take over my list one day.
Mm-hmm. All the books we currently long to read, but can't read because there's so many books to be reading all at once, and so we just haven't gotten to these yet, but we have very high hopes for them.
Yes, and so we were thinking about books that would like one day topple our top 10 list, and like they would at least replace something, and so we were like, oh, what if we did a top 10 books we haven't even read yet? So that's the concept of this one. We have two in common, and these are books we haven't started. I think there's one exception, but it's literally like 20 pages. But for the most part, we haven't started these books. This is a complete blind, but we do have some reasons for why we think these are going to topple things
vibes, some logic. Some logic. But a lot of vibes.
So many vibes. And we have two in common that we'll get through first. And then we ordered them because
we're insane. We ranked our potential top 10. Someone's idea. We ranked our potential top 10 based, literally, we have not much at all to go on. And we're already deciding how top 10 worthy is this. We expect all these to be highly rated. We expect all of these to be really good reads. And
they're all 5-star predictions. Every single book in here is a 5-star prediction. It's just how confident are we
that it will topple our current top 10, and which is irrelevant. Don't worry about it right now.
Yep.
You don't even know what our top 10 is, but we already think these will make it into the top 10.
These first two books, I'm glad we didn't have to order these because it would have made things even harder. Although there's a clear, like this one, number 1 prediction, because we think very highly of our brain power.
I am just so here for, one, just the cover alone already sells me on it, but also knowing how complex and deep this gets, I'm here for it.
It's something I feel like I'm aspiring to read.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not ready for it yet, but I need like a little bit more. It's like when you're trying to level up your literacy, and I feel like I need to be a little smarter for this one. So
to do it justice.
Yes. And I think when we can read this,
we're gonna have a great time.
Absolutely. And then the next one is The Way of Edan, and it's also a broken binding edition, so funny about that. This one we have some logic to as well. Okay, so these first two we have some logic.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We're not just vibes only.
Hold this more in front.
Okay.
Give it the screen time it deserves.
Yeah, we follow Philip Chase on YouTube, and he's fantastic. I'm sure you guys are all aware of him already, but if not, we'll link his channel below.
You should check him out.
But he is Dr. Fantasy, so he knows a lot about the fantasy genre, and puts that into a book that he spent, I think he spent 16 years writing these books. So, and we did put this in our first sentences video where we read the first 2 sentences, and at that time I didn't know his YouTube at all at that point. So I didn't know how unbelievably intelligent Philip Chase is, and
and he's a professor.
Yes, English professor.
I would take that course. I would sit and listen to this man all day. He also speaks. He's clearly very intelligent, but he doesn't feel like he's talking down to anyone.
Exactly.
He's very humble about it and just very
kind.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to bleed into this work a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. So. If you've seen any of what he's like as a person, I would expect his writing to reflect him. And yeah, I'm here for it.
I'm so excited to read
this
book.
I'm so excited. So this is just us talking about how much we're excited to read these books.
Yes. All right. So now we have them ranked based on whatever ranking criteria we blindly came up with.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess let's start with the first one. So these are 10 books. So now we're down to 8. Okay.
Yes. So now we each have 8 left. These are separate. We don't overlap.
We don't overlap anymore. But they're all still 5-star predictions, even the ones
Top
towards
10 predictions.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're insane. Anyway, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go
Yes. So this. If you want to go first, you can.
No, I said do. I was encouraging.
Oh, I thought you said damn it.
I said do it.
Oh, okay.
Palpatine voice.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Damn it. Definitely Dungeon Crawler Carl. The only reason, like, it's not, I mean, there's just so many good books in here, but this has been blowing up so much. And I recommended this to my dad, actually, a few years ago. So, and he's been keeping up with it.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
awesome.
yeah. And so now it's blowing up, and I recommended it to him a while ago because it was lit RPG, and I know that he really loves that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
And I hadn't read it because I wasn't interested in lit RPG, but because of the reception it's getting, I do think it is a strong contender for toppling the list.
All right. My first, third, whatever. I think the cat attacked the kitchen. It's
We're
fine.
gonna ignore
It is
that.
what it is. All right, this prediction, whatever, is Founderside by Robert Jackson Bennett. Currently, I've read The Tainted Cup. I'm currently reading A Drop of Corruption, and I really just love his writing and his creativity. And so I think this will be a fantastic read. Also, City of Stairs. I think he's just going to be, if not already, one of my top 10 authors in general. I just want more.
Yes.
That's the main reason here.
I mean, the other books are 5 stars, so
Exactly.
I can't imagine this not being.
Yeah, I expect good things from this man.
This man.
So many caffeines deep at this point. My next prediction is Malice by John Gwynne. And
This is in my top 10.
This is in her top 10. And my husband is actually actively reading this one right now. And he is drawn into the story. And I just don't have a lot. This one is vibes heavy on why I think it's going to make it into my top 10. I don't think I've read anything like it. You mentioned that this one is more classical fantasy feeling.
It's definitely, yeah.
Yeah, the writing style perhaps and storytelling. And I'm currently eating up The Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, which is more classical fantasy feeling and devouring. I love the feeling of that one. So no idea how this one compares, but
That's the one I'm so unsure of for you as well, because I love it. But you've also, other than Robin Hobb, other than Realm of the Elderlings, you mostly seem to gravitate towards more modern fantasy. So this will be a true test.
Yes, but yeah, I think it'll be a good.
It's very well written. It's very,
and that is something I more and more appreciate is good writing, good storytelling, well developed plot and characters.
Yeah, all of those are in here.
Yeah, so
Plus,
I think there are some elements.
really good action scenes as well.
And have you said that it has Celtic or Nordic or Viking? Celtic? Okay, inspirations. So yeah, I'm top 10 prediction. I don't know how to segue, dude. I'm like, yeah, good one.
This is a good book that I haven't read.
Other people think it's good. I probably will too.
And my next one is Dragonbone Chair. I know that George R.R. Martin was heavily inspired by this, so, that's all I know, other than we did read the first sentence as well for this one, and it was a lot. So that's it was a very dense first sentence. So I think this is one, I think I'm getting more and more into that, especially when it's done well, because sometimes dense writing isn't done well and then it's not good. But now I'm seeing that there are some examples that are good. And so I'm definitely more interested in it now, but I'm still scared.
Next one.
Number 6. Okay, so my number 6, Assassin Nuns. Do I need to say anything else?
Assassin Nuns.
Plus I read the book 1 of the library series.
Book That Wouldn't Burn.
The Book That Wouldn't Burn. I read that one. That was a 5-star. Loved his writing in that one. And so I definitely want to continue his works. And I am sure that this is going to be 5-star positive.
Nice. My next is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. And currently I love Nevernight Chronicle by J. Kristoff. I love his writing. I love his storytelling style. Cat. We have a visitor. this one more and more. This is one of Tabatha's top 10 presently. And I think I'm getting more and more into the elements that are in this story, in this series. I'm getting more adjusted into the darker themes and that which stabs you in the gut and makes you feel very deeply. I definitely like I love that. I'm finding out more and more. So I think this will be a very, very strong contender for toppling my top 10. Toppling my top 10.
Toppling
the top 10.
Oh, now we're getting into the ones that were really, 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 I mean, all of these were hard to order.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was a decision on our part.
But these next ones were like almost impossible.
Okay, my next contender. Now this one.
Did you do this on purpose?
What did I do on purpose? What did I do?
5th season at number 5.
That's so funny.
I know you didn't do it on purpose.
I did not do that on purpose. That is crazy. Yeah, this one, I technically bent the rules a little bit. I have read the first chapter of this one.
I did make her, so.
She made me, so, you know, it was against my will. I had no other option. It had to be done. But I was originally very intimidated to even touch this book because we saw a masterclass with N.K. Jemisin one time, and she is intense. I'm like afraid of that woman, but like in a respectful way. She knows what she's about, and
it was mostly to give clarity to that. It was mostly in the sense that she was like, if you don't know how to write a sentence, get out. Like, this is not a class for you. And so we were watching it as a group, and we were like, oh.
I'm sorry.
Do we know how to write a
Do I know what words are? Yeah, so she was very intense. But then I've now since read just a few pages, and I get it why she's allowed to say that.
And she had also mentioned how you want to know every single detail of your world, even if it doesn't go in there.
Yeah.
And like, she specifically, like, how long does it take them to go to the bathroom so that they have the correct level of conversation and everything. So like, she was saying some wise words that we were not ready for.
I was not prepared. Not at all. But yeah, exquisite writing, incredible way of storytelling.
I haven't read this one yet either, but the only reason it's not on my list is because I've read like 60 to 100, somewhere between 60 and 100 pages. So I didn't feel like I could count it. But
it's still a contender.
It's still
definitely a contender.
I would not be surprised in the least. Let me get this cat.
Got her.
So my number 5 contender is the Dark Tower series. I love Stephen King's work so much, and everyone says that this is where it all culminates. This is where it all starts to come together. This is where his universe starts colliding, and each book I think is like a little bit of a different tone. I'm not 100% sure, but I do think this is going to be a 5-star series.
Revy also thinks so.
Revy definitely
Revy's
agrees.
going to have a great time with this.
Don't eat the book, though.
Don't eat. She's like, oh, snack. I will have a good time.
She does like cardboard.
Oh.
She also likes saying hi.
She's like, let me go. I have zoomies. Okay, we'll stop being a menace. And she attacked my hairbrush. Okay, that makes sense. All right, coming in hot at number 4.
So I put Mort here. This is not the start. There are multiple starts, multiple entry points to Discworld. This is the one that I own physically. I do know that a lot of them are on KU now. So,
sweet.
Yeah, including The Color of Magic, which I just downloaded, which is book 1. People say not to start at book 1 because there are multiple entry points, and the first few books aren't as good. Universally acknowledged that they're not as good as the later ones. So this is one of the entry points. I do still think I'm going to be stubborn and start at book 1.
You would.
But I do at least know that it's not a good... I do know at least know that
you at least have your expectation, like...
Yeah.
Maybe at the more right level.
Yes. But I want all the Easter eggs that come throughout, so...
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, enough said. My next is The Lies of Locke Lamora. More and more...
I haven't read this, but...
But you did start it a tiny bit, which is why it's not in your stack right now. Yes. Very excited to get into this and the shenanigans. I feel like it's a shenanigan-y tale.
Oh, I didn't even read much. I read like the first 2 chapters. Scott and I did the audiobook while we were doing the little diamond painting puzzle. Just diamond painting. And it was so funny. It was so funny.
Oh, that's going to be a fun time. Yeah, and I love on this cover we have like these characters running through the dead of night across, and like they're clearly up to something. Like, come on. I'm so excited to find out what this is about. Top 3?
These were so hard.
Oh my gosh. I think
all of this was hard.
Yeah, all of us.
Why did you add an extra challenge to us? Who knows? But,
we can't help ourselves. My next prediction is Perdido Street Station.
For some reason.
I can't really explain why. This is one of those that I'm inexplicably drawn to, which was the case with the Silver Blood Promise, and that paid off really well.
It was also the case.
I was going to say that.
I'm going to steal your thunder. It was also the case in Leviathan Wakes, and that did not work for you.
To be fair, that feeling happened before I got to the point in my reading journey where that feeling happened with Silver Blood Promise.
That's true.
So, it was also with the 10th anniversary edition, which did not, it was a very different vibe from the cover of that book than with the original standard edition. So, that one.
I'm torn.
You're torn.
I'm scared of it because it's weird fiction, and we've never read anything weird fiction.
But I've experienced a lot of weird ideas in anime.
You've watched some weird ass anime. That is true.
I've experienced some weird ass stories. So I am just literally that little thing right there makes me think of Ghibli. Like,
I don't think it's gonna be Ghibli.
I don't think so at all. But no, just the weird, yeah. I think I'm more prepared for weird fiction than you think I am.
I'm not prepared for it. I'm scared of it.
Yeah, but I've just experienced so much strange. No, even some of the art of this architecture reminds me of Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Like,
no, for sure.
So,
I can see that.
Not that I think this is going to be whimsical like Ghibli in any sense, but I think there are a lot of strange aspects that
people who love his work, and I hope that we do, because I also have all of the broken binding versions of his books.
It'd be really sad if you didn't.
But I'm scared at the same time.
No, I think it's going to be very interesting. I do know that there's a creature, and you love creatures.
There's a creature?
Yes.
See, I know nothing. I know nothing about this book at all.
There is a creature. Why do I think that? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. If I'm wrong, it's fine. But there's going to be a lot of weird stuff, and I want to know. I want so much to know.
Yeah.
That's really where it comes from.
You need to read that soon.
I need to read
so that we both know.
So that we. I'm just saying no more. Carry on.
My next prediction, which she couldn't put on her list because
I'm already reading it.
You're on book 2.
I'm actually deep into
deep into
not that deep.
Book 2.
No, but I've read more than 20 pages.
That's true.
I've actually read a full book and a half at this point in time.
And I've read the first sentence because we did that. Also, these are a lot of the first sentence books. That's interesting.
Well, a lot of those we picked because they're 5-star predictions.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, so I just know that everyone says the character work in this is amazing.
It is. I need you to read it so we can talk about it.
And I know that this one this first trilogy in Realm of the Elderlings isn't as highly regarded as the second. So I'm really excited.
Still a great time.
I'm really excited to get to these.
Yeah.
For sure. Which is why it's on this list. Clearly. And it's on so many people's top 10 lists. So I think it could be a list breaker.
Absolutely. Need you to start that so soon.
I know, but it's so long and I'm scared.
Yeah. It's fine. You'll be fine.
Okay, book 2. The next one is the start. So this is just the first book, just came out, Grave Empire, but I read Justice of Kings and the second book. I haven't read the third one yet, but those were both 5 stars for me. Loved them. Loved the dark horror fantasy vibes that we were getting there.
This cat is throwing a fit. So, do you want me to hold her?
Yeah. Hold her captive. Cat. Pip. Tip.
This is not an easy way to grab a cat. Just take her. Can't I though? I don't know though.
Give her pets. Give her loves.
So stabbed my nose.
Sorry. I read Justice of Kings. I know I said something about that. I really loved the dark horror fantasy vibes, especially in book 2 that we got. So I need to continue that series. And then this is a follow-up to that series. So I'm super excited. And pirates.
Ooh.
So,
I like pirates.
I assume based on the cover.
Yeah, that's a good point. Looks kind of swashbuckly.
Yeah, right?
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Sure.
Because we've also got like a...
The fuck?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. What am I looking at?
Oh, creature.
I was not prepared. Wait, what?
Right?
Sir, what are you? Is that an armored shark?
Yeah.
And orca? That looks like an orca. Okay.
It does
There is a ship on the side here. Right?
Yeah, so this is very high on the list.
Okay, that looks cool.
So excited to read it.
Yeah.
First, I need to reread Justice of Kings
There
and the
she
second book because it's been a minute.
That's fair. My next prediction, and okay, on this one I have read the first couple of chapters, but I had this feeling
Even
before I started it, so it counts. And it is the Sun Eater series, Empire Silence by Christopher Rocchio. And now I know even more so that his writing is impeccable, and his like already building out this character literally 2 chapters in, and I'm like,
especially considering, and I felt like I was too far because I was like, I was like 30%, I think,
somewhere 150 pages in.
Yeah. So I couldn't include it. But the fact that this is said to be like the worst in the series.
Oh, yes.
And it's this good. That's exciting.
I think I've also seen that, like, if you like Red Rising, this is a great follow-up. Like, as we know at this point, I love Red Rising. It is absolutely in my top 10. I don't expect anything to topple it, so I will be amazed if something does. I'm here for it. Like, feel free to try. But, like, I had such a good time with that series that if this is considered, like, if you liked this, you would like this.
I mean, I can already see that with the Roman elements. I can see this being better, though.
Yeah.
In a sense, because of how good the writing is and how expansive this universe is.
That's fair.
So if it has all of those things that we loved in Red Rising, but then elevates
to the next level. Okay. Oh, I'm even more sold.
Right.
Oh, and you said this one has Roman elements to it?
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that. I love a good Roman-inspired something or other. Story? Book? Empire? World? I can use words sometimes. So my last prediction here is The Will of the Many by James Islington. Also some Roman inspiration. That is one of the key reasons I am very, very intrigued. This near the top. These are kind of tied for... Yeah, apparently I really like Roman inspiration. I mean, I'm not going to say they did a good job. They didn't succeed. They're gone now. But the point is, they had strength when they had strength. I don't have a good way. I mean, they're enduring as a concept, as an idea. In history, this is bad. This has gone down so fast. This has devolved. This is a bad idea. Oh, no.
You like Roman-inspired things.
I like Roman-inspired stories. Leave it at that.
Especially in space.
In space, yes.
Well, the other one's not in space.
One of them is too. Yeah.
And then my number 1 prediction is the First Law series by Joe Abercrombie. Everyone who has similar taste to me loves this series so much. And it is actually toppled. It's on the number 1. Is it on the number 1 spot? No. Lord of the Rings took number 1 back. I think it's number 2 on the Reddit top series of all time.
Oh, wow.
It's very high either way, no matter what.
That's awesome.
Very, very high. And dark tones. This is the reason I don't know for you, but I hear good things about his character work. And
we like good characters.
I hear good things about the comedy elements. So I think this could be one for both of us, and you just don't realize it yet.
There's a solid chance.
We're just gonna slowly get you more and more into bleak and like dark stuff.
I am finding more and more at that. I'm. It's growing on me.
Yes.
Good.
Yep. If you guys have any more recommendations based on our list, especially if they are dark,
more horrific,
Roman-inspired,
deeply gut-wrenching.
Do we have problems?
Yeah. That's not a question. That's just a... Think about how we got here tonight. Yes, we have problems, okay?
Anyways, if you guys have recommendations, let us know.
And if you're not feeling chatty, leave us the little Roman temple emoji. This is This is.
Yep, that is
that's it.
Gesture.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
Cheers,
besties.